All right, we are continuing on with our media availabilities this morning from Dover Motor Speedway. We've been joined by Kyle Busch, driver of the number 18 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. If you have a question for Kyle, please raise your hand. We will get a wireless microphone to you. Who would like to start us off? Start with Zach.
Zach Sterniolo, NBC Sports. Kyle, with how the team has been running lately, what kind of expectations do you bring into a weekend here at Dover that's completely unique to anything else that's been on the schedule so far this season?
Yeah, it's hard to exactly decipher that. You try to think of the right setup and the things that you've done here in the past with loads and simulation and put it towards what the new car is and how you can apply that. So I think that's what everybody does every week. So I don't know that that's any different, but just trying to fill out those philosophies to what's made us successful here in the past.
Go to Bob.
Bob Hockers, Fox Sports. Following up on that, is this the last kind of track where you don't have a race that is somewhat comparable to an upcoming track? In other words, like this track is so unique, all the other tracks you can pull something from a track that you've been to this year.
No, I don't think so. I would say the sister place to this, being Nashville, is going to be another place where you haven't had somewhere that you've run before. And then I look to Michigan as well, too, as to somewhere that you haven't run before. So, even though California is a 2-mile, I don't think they're at all close. So I think you've still got to play. Some of these places are different than ones that we've been to.
Dan?
Dan Gelson, the Associated Press. Kyle, was there any discussion with Joe or Toyota this week after the little, whatever happened with the contract talks last week? Did you guys feel the need to talk about anything moving forward with you and your future there?
Yeah, there were some discussions and such. There's nothing to elaborate on. It's all good.
Peter, go ahead.
Peter Strada, TSJ Sports. Kyle, I'm curious on your opinion on what separates a driver from a Hall of Famer, and do you consider yourself a Hall of Famer currently?
We're all drivers, and then when you get voted into the Hall of Fame, then you're a Hall of Famer. So, right? Yeah, that's the way it happens. Am I one? How many years do you have to wait once you retire to figure that out? Is it 3 or 5?
2.
It's 2? Thank you. So I guess I'll know in about 12 years.
Come up front to Claire.
Or in 3.
Oh, Kyle. Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Last week, everybody's asking you about your contract and everything, and some people called in and said, oh, he's just playing with you, media. He's just playing with you. And you've been known to do that, right? And then it blows up, and everybody's talking about it. And then probably discussions, as you said, right? How much of it is so premature? How much of it is you trying to deliver a message and via the media, right? It's really hard to tell.
Perfect. I've done my job. Thank you.
So you're saying I have a point there?
Maybe.
And we even had a discussion this week on the air. I think somebody's topic was, do you think Kyle Busch will be at Joe Gibbs Racing? Will he stay? And the fans were calling in and saying, will he or will he not? And, of course, no one has any idea, right? Do you get a kick over all of that, or does it frustrate you, or what?
It frustrates me that short comments are sometimes taken out of context. I answered the questions, and didn't elaborate, and it takes elaboration to kind of fully tell a story.
Yeah.
And so you can tell the story as you want with less words.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the answer.
All right.
Let's go back to
A lot of
Zach.
stories this week.
Kyle, John Hunter and Chandler Smith have been able to get some more Xfinity starts in the Sam Hunt Racing 26 car this season. Obviously, Chandler's in the car this week. From your perspective as their Truck Series owner, what kind of a benefit does that play for you? Do you feel like they get better when they get back behind the wheel of the truck after being in the Sam Hunt Racing car?
Thanks to Toyota, that's an opportunity that those guys have to be able to get more seat time. And it's whether or not there's seats available at JGR. I know John Hunter's been running some races at JGR as well too, but it's just an opportunity to get in the series and with less Cup guys, I guess running over there, it kind of opens up the playing field a little bit more for guys of that and teams of Sam Hunt's stature to go out there and compete. So I think the team is still getting better. And I think that's allowing, the drivers to get that seat time in maybe not the best equipment to just kind of like show their skill and to get a good assessment of how well or how good they are versus just being able to go jump in the best stuff and go contend for a win. I feel like it kind of shines a light on what they have at my place, in my opinion, that it's okay. It's better than we think it is. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, Dave.
Is there significance to the shirt today?
I think it speaks for itself.
Any additional questions for Kyle? Nathan?
Nathan Song with a podium finish. Kyle, 4 top 10s for you in a row, including the win at Bristol. Are you encouraged with the team's momentum right now, and do you think you guys are starting to maybe make some gains compared to everyone else?
Yes, short answer. COTA, we were probably poised for a third or a fourth there and got crossed up with Christopher in the final lap, so kind of ruined that. And then somewhere else we were running decent and thought we had a decent finish rolling, and something happened. I can't remember what it was, but not due to lack of effort, that's for sure. But we're still not the dominant force of being able to go out there, lead laps, and beat the competition into the ground how we like to do. So it'd be nice to get back to that footprint, but I don't know that I've seen somebody that necessarily is doing that. I would just say there are a couple other guys that are running a little bit more consistent, a little bit more better average running position during a race than us, but we're able to claw our way to get finishes.
All right, Kyle, thanks for joining us. Good luck today in
All right,
qualifying
thanks.
and tomorrow in the race.